All right, T-Ball, we are at our final key primetime game that we're picking this week for Week 2 NFL picks. It's the Monday Night Football game. We had to bring this one in because it's Monday Night Football. And it's the Saints traveling to the new Las Vegas Raiders Stadium, Allegiant Stadium, if you will.
First home game for the Raiders.
Yeah, we'll see what's up with this game. T-Ball, I got to know who you're picking here.
Well, this has got to be an easy one. Obviously, the Saints are going to roll. Yeah, easy.
New
Saints.
Stadium, they got all this good shit
Check it
going.
out, check it out, check it out.
All right.
So there's only one factor that the Raiders have going for them, and I will get to that. Saints just beat a very, very good Tampa Bay defense.
Yes.
Drew Brees is always on a roll. Now, Michael Thomas, with him being possibly out with that ankle injury, that might lean a little factor. But
Hinders.
But Drew Brees is very good at spreading the ball around, and obviously they have a run game.
Didn't have one last week. But
Check this out, though. The teams that relocate are actually 6-3 in their home openers.
Ooh,
Did you know that?
So that's positive.
That's very positive.
See?
So the Saints haven't allowed a single individual 100-yard rusher in 44 straight games. That's including playoff games. Imagine the teams they play. 44
now?
straight games. They haven't allowed one individual person to rush for 100 yards. That's including
last week.
Including playoff games.
And last week.
And last week, yeah.
I didn't think it was up to 44.
4 straight games.
That defense is headhunters like it used to be.
Oh, dude, when they were taking bets to crush people out.
I'm just saying.
If Drew Brees can beat Tom Brady and this power-stacked, Tampa team, I think they should have no problem with the Raiders.
But they were at home last week, too.
That don't matter. Saints stopped the run. They're good to go.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs is the only hope.
This was easy. I mean, Derek Carr.
He didn't do much last week.
Maybe if they put Mariota in, we could see what happens.
He's
they
hurt.
might have a chance, but I doubt it. I don't know. It's going to be – you're going to look it up at Jacoby, and that's going to be it, and that's what the Raiders are going to rely on. That's going to be enough to beat this Saints team that was a playoff team last year. I just feel like the Saints are going to steamroll this. They're going to probably put up 40 in this game.
I do believe it's going to be a bounce-back game for Drew Brees stats-wise. He doesn't have to bounce back from anything else because they won against
Well, that was
Tom
one of the
Brady
arguments I
Bucks.
was getting into somebody with one of these videos. He's like, Drew Brees only threw for 160 yards or something. And I'm like, because that's all he had to throw for. Look what his defense do. If your defense is doing the work, you don't have to pass for 300 yards to win a football game. That actually keeps you off the field. So the fact that you're going to throw more yards than Tom Brady in that game would have been very, very hard to do. You would have had to probably throw the ball 10 more times to do that.
Yeah.
The Saints defense is going to do the same thing in this game. Their offense is going to do the same thing. They're going to take care of work, and they're going to roll into Las Vegas home opener and make that 6-4.
I guess a couple positive things for the Raiders going here. Derek Carr, now this is against the Panthers last week. If this means anything to anybody besides Nick Nitro out there, and his whole brother and family are all Raiders fans. He was 22 for 30, Derek Carr, 239, a touchdown, no interception, 107 passer rating versus the Panthers. Okay, that's the Panthers that you said lost, what, 14
and it's
straight games?
107 against the Panthers passer rating. I mean,
right, and not to mention Josh
that's
Jacobs.
not bad.
Josh Jacobs is the man over there. I think he's the best offensive player there is, probably even on defense, probably the best player on the whole goddamn team.
But like I said, Jacobs is going to be the only guy that's going to be doing the work.
Well, he did all the work last week, 133 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4.3 yards per carry. I don't think that's going to be enough against this ball-in Saints run defense. He won't even scratch the surface against them.
Yeah.
He's so good, but this defense is so much better. 44 straight games.
And Kamara's going to match him for every yard.
Yeah, he had a struggling game last week, but that's because you're playing Tampa Bay. I almost said Tampa Brady.
He's ready for this. Call it now, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay Brady,
Buccaneers.
whatever you want to call it.
No, the Tampa Bay Braideneers. I'm telling you, Tampa Bay Braideneers. I just trademarked that.
Oh my gosh, you better patent that shit because someone's about to steal it. But it does spell good, like you said, for Kamara. Last week, the Raiders gave up to Christian McCaffrey and company, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, and the passing defense against the Panthers gave up 260 to Teddy Bridgewater, a touchdown, and almost 100 passer rating, no interceptions. You don't think Drew Brees is going to put up like 300-400 a bounce back game stats wise? Like I said, I got Saints, you got Saints. That's Monday Night Football.